The 4 Windows of the Heart. Maya was a creator of systems and a weaver of logic. In the bright geometric world of her office, she found comfort in the clean lines of her desk and the vibrant hum of the digital hive. Every morning, she sat down with a sense of purpose, ready to build something meaningful. But today, the hum was disrupted. During the morning meeting, a colleague named Soren stood up and presented Maya's newest strategy as his own. He spoke with a polished grin, sliding his fingers across the glass table as he took the credit for her long nights of labor. Maya felt a cold shock bloom in her chest. Later, Maya sat alone in the break room, the victim perspective clouding her vision like a heavy fog. "He shouldn't have done that," she whispered to the steam rising from her cup. The world felt unfair, and she felt small. Resentment settled in her stomach like lead, leaving her feeling helpless against the tide of Soren's ambition. The resentment didn't just hurt, it felt like a cage. Every time Maya saw Soren's name on an email, the bars of that cage grew thicker. She felt trapped by his actions, believing her happiness was entirely dependent on him being a better person. She was a passenger in her own life, driven by a grudge she didn't know how to drop. That evening, Maya looked into the large, stylized window of her apartment. She moved into the mirror perspective. Instead of looking at Soren, she looked at her own reflection. "What is this teaching me?" she asked. She realized the conflict was highlighting her own fear of speaking up and her habit of staying in the shadows. With this new self-awareness came empowerment. Maya returned to work the next day not as a victim, but as a protagonist. She requested a private meeting with Soren. She spoke clearly and firmly about the boundaries of her work. She wasn't fighting him. She was finally standing up for herself. As the days passed, Maya's view shifted again, moving into the compassion perspective. She began to notice things she hadn't seen before. She saw Soren frantically checking his watch, his desk cluttered with high-pressure deadlines, and the way he flinched when the manager walked by. He is suffering too, Maya realized. She saw that Soren's need for credit came from a place of deep insecurity and a desperate fear of being seen as inadequate. The anger she felt began to dissolve into empathy. She released the heavy weight of the grudge, feeling lighter than she had in weeks. Finally, Maya reached the divine perspective. Sitting in the quiet of the office courtyard, she felt a profound sense of peace. She saw the entire conflict not as a disaster, but as a necessary catalyst for her growth. "All is well and serves my soul," she thought, feeling a burst of transcendental joy. Maya returned to her desk, the world looking more vibrant than ever. She and Soren worked in the same space, but the friction was gone. She was no longer defined by his actions, but by her own inner light. She was free, balanced, and whole within the bright geometry of her life.